Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Big Frog's 4x4. I promised you a video this week of the ZR2's light install and the wireless remote feature. So here it is. Alright, this is the location that I put the wireless box. You can get this at Tractor Supply. It handles up to 4 lights. 2 20 amp draws and 2 10 amp draw lights. It simply uses flathead screws that you strip the wire back, you place it in and tighten it down. The box comes pre-wired with short cable, 2 30 amp fuses. And I ran it up and tied it into the battery right there. Now that comes directly off the battery post. So whenever you turn the lights on, your lights will always be on even with your ignition switch on. So make sure you don't leave your lights on, you're going to end up with a dead battery. The box comes with Velcro pads. I cleaned any oil residue off the top of the fuse box cover and just pressed the pads down on. This wire is, I believe, the antenna wire because it doesn't hook to anything. I'm pretty sure that's for your remote for your antenna. Then ground wire comes over. It comes with that connector, and I just connected it underneath the ground. The lights are from Tractor Supply as well. They're Traveler. Quite a nice light. I actually really like them. The wire plug runs down. I zip tie it to the back of the bracket, which I need to cut the zip ties off yet. Comes down through, and right here by the rubber seal, when you close the hood, there's no pinching. And then tuck the wire all in behind the battery. Same thing on the passenger side, run it down. They come with a really nice plug, watertight seal, run it across the front of your cowl. I still need to zip tie that one up. These mounts are homemade. Very, very easy to make out of flat stock. Come down. And you can see then they bolt to the hinge bolts as well. Now I'll show you in another video how to make these easy in your garage. Now these Traveler lights came with a switch that you can put on the interior. I cut that switch out because I'm using the wireless remote switch and just ran those wires then to come down to split, run them back here and over to the wireless box on the 20 amp side. Now for the fog lights in the bumper, I just ran new wires because they're really cheap wires from Amazon. So it doesn't come with wires that are real long, only a couple of inches long. So I ran the wire. I bought this black wire here down through. And there's a small spot down beside the radiator that you can fish the wire through. It then comes down through the radiator in there. The wire runs down past that hole in the radiator, down through the grill area down here, and down in behind the bumper, where then I tied into the fog lights behind the bumper. Then ran the wire down underneath this plastic shroud over to the other fog light. Now I used marine style butt connectors for the wiring. Shrink tube, heated shrink tube, and sealed everything up so they should be watertight. Now these fog lights down here, these LED lights, are bolted through this plastic piece that's behind the bumper. Not nearly enough room to get a drill in there, obviously, to drill a hole down through. So I used a pair of vice grips and an old bolt. Heated the bolt with a torch until it was hot, and then press the bolt down through that plastic, poking a hole down through the plastic. Then I removed the skid plate underneath here. All these little screws, they're in the bumper on both sides. I was able to pull my arm behind the bumper and up underneath and put the nuts on the back bottom side of these lights and then tighten down with a short ratchet wrench. Alright, this is how it works. Press the remote for 1. That turns on your lights or whatever one you have on number 1 set. 2. And 3. I don't have anything on 4 obviously yet. And then you can also turn them all on at once. Now keep in mind, you want to clip this somewhere that you're not going to bump these buttons. Because if you bump any of these buttons while you're driving down the road, you're not going to know if you have any lights turned on, because this doesn't tell you. There's no illumination telling you have any lights on. But this keeps you from having to run any wires into your cab at all. Everything is all remote controlled. Like I said, up to 4 lights. And if you buy a separate one of these, you could actually hook up to 8 lights. Then off of the all remote. So there you have it. In the description below, I'll put the link for all the lights and the wireless remote. Obviously, you can run it any way you want, but that is the Traveler LED lights from Tractor Supply. And the lights from Amazon, the $9 lights. As always, thanks for watching Big Frogs 4x4. God bless.